Hello and welcome from Olympia. This is Tom Campbell, your state representative from the 2nd Legislative District, talking to you on St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all. March the 17th, we're into the special session now. And to kind of back up, it's been a little while since we've done a video, so I'd like to tell you what's happened so far. We adjourned what they call Sine Die, or end of days, on the regular session, and constitutionally that ended after 60 days on March the 11th. And then the governor called us into special session because there was no final agreement between the House and the Senate on the ultimate budget and tax package. Now you've heard a lot about that here and then in the press. It still hasn't been resolved. They're negotiating. In fact, tomorrow will be just a day, no floor action, for just negotiating the House and the Senate budgets and tax packages. And hopefully by this weekend we'll actually be able to go home and end all this. I certainly want to get back to my practice and my life and get going. It's kind of sad that the system has taken this long. With huge majorities that are present, any vote can be taken and pushed through, as you know. A lot of things have been pushed through that shouldn't have. But nonetheless, you would think by now that this would have been an agreement. As you know, it's about $20,000 a day that we're in special session. It's ridiculous and it shouldn't be going on. And I hope it ends very soon. We'll see in the next few days if it will. I want to talk to you about a few bills that have passed. We're talking somewhere between $600 million and $1 billion in taxes are proposed right now between the House and Senate. But what you're not seeing and what's not obvious is the many bills that have already passed well beyond that. I'll give you a few examples of that. House Bill 3186 is a bill that sets up a whole lot of fees and taxes to the tune of $359 million. That has gone through. And then another bill, 2956, so-called hospital safety net, which will increase the taxes that hospitals pay, and they wanted that tax to be fair. They asked for it so they can get federal matching funds, which is also your tax money. Total of $683 million there. And then we have House Bill 2776, which is a K-12 education funding formula of about $1.5 billion. With no funding source attached. In other words, we're putting together a requirement to fund this thing at $1.5 billion more, but we have no funding source. We have another bill that came through. In fact, there's so many of them I won't even bother telling you, but you can see where we're going with this. Billions of dollars over and above. In fact, right now, we will, if the budget were to stop with the proposals that we had just ran through in the House and the Senate, we would clearly spend more than we did last time, in the last 2009. So even with all this talk of recession, all this talk of cuts, and so on, the legislature, ladies and gentlemen, will spend more money in the 2010 supplemental budget than they did in 2009. And you know, that's just illogical. It's going beyond a difference of opinion. This is a very slippery slope that the state is moving down on. Very much put our credit rating at risk, cause a lot of problems. In any case, I don't want to be all doom and gloom. There are some good things that are happening here. Our transportation budget was tracked. That's been sent to the governor now. So in fact, all those projects that we have in the 2nd District and Pierce County are intact, which is pretty good because we got $1.4 billion worth of road construction and other projects in Pierce County. Record stuff last time around. And as you probably know, you've seen quite a bit of construction going on. So we're actually building. Good news is we're going to break construction on ground. Looks like in May over on the Yelm Loop. I'm very proud of that. A lot of folks said that would never happen, and it will happen. I'm looking forward to continuing that right to completion in the next legislative session. As we finish that ground, we'll move forward and complete the project. We also, as a surprise, we also got a signal light at the intersection of 702 and Mountain Highway at the Edenville Cutoff. And as you know, anybody that lives out that way, it's a very dangerous place. A lot of injuries and a lot of fatalities over the years. So I'm very proud we have that, and that will be put up shortly. So we've had some good things happen in transportation. We're still fighting over the capital budget. I'm really discouraged in the fact that there'll be over $100 million siphoned out of the general fund, out to the general fund from capital bonds. That's not a good thing. But on the good side, it looks like we'll be able to retain our money for the Voigt Creek Hatchery in the Ording area, and then also we'll be working. I can't say that we're going to get it yet. There's $1.5 million cut for the Bethel School Center, which we were able to get last year, and they've started construction on it now. And we really need that to keep kids from dropping out of school and give them a good working opportunity in all the trades and other high-tech fields. This is going to be a very exciting thing for not kids just in Bethel, but the whole Pierce County School District. So we're fighting hard. I don't know how that's going to work yet, but I really want to retain that money in the budget. I think it's a wise investment, and it'll really help our community. But the ultimate budget, we'll have to wait and see, but the truth of the matter is it's something I just can't vote for at this point. There's no way I can justify all these taxes in a recession. The stormwater bill that we've talked about a little bit on here, House Bill 3181, is very likely to come up as well. Hundreds of millions of dollars in new taxes. Very likely put our refineries out of work up in Northwest Washington. We just can't afford to lose these jobs. So I'm hoping that bill does not come up for a vote. But if it does, I must vote no. Even though I want to clean up the water, and I think we can do a better job, we need to put this bill down. And we need to work through the summer with all the businesses involved, come up with a fair and equitable way to create a water cleanup fund and do it right. Not just to beat up on one industry like this and because you think they have a deep pocket. Deep pockets are not necessarily places you put your hands. Sometimes you do a lot more damage than good when you do that. So it's been kind of a long tape, but I wanted to kind of catch you up on things. Hopefully we'll bring you the final one in just a few days. I want to thank you very much for listening and encourage you to continue to talk. I really appreciate it. We have a tremendous volume. You can look me up on Facebook as well under Tom Campbell, and we're happy to communicate with you. Please request our electronic newsletter. We put those out about once a week, but you have to ask for it. I can't just send it to you. So you can go online and you can get that through my legislative site, or you can call up my office here in Olympia, and Liz would be most happy to work with you and get you signed up. God bless you all. I hope you have a happy and very safe St. Patty's Day, and we'll be talking to you soon.